Welcome to the final day of the Machine Learning and Oil and Gas Conference. I've been blown away by the tremendous advances we've heard from speakers yesterday on such a wide range of topics. If there's one thing the global pandemic has taught us, it's that the energy industry is capable of transforming and changing at a pace many of us previously thought impossible. So far, we've heard Chevron talk about the direction they see technology evolving. I always enjoy hearing operators' perspective, given the challenges faced with the wide variety of facilities and ages of equipment at those facilities. As many speakers yesterday referenced, the growing focus on environmental, social, and governance, or ESG, metrics means we have additional factors that we have to consider in the way we do business, both as individual companies and together as an industry. As someone who's passionate about the importance of carbon monitoring, I was excited to hear Halliburton talk about the use of predictive analytics to reduce and quantify emissions on our platforms. While we've developed impressive technology that can operate at greater depths and in harsher environments, we haven't always done as well at incorporating technology from other markets. For too long, we've had the idea of, if we didn't create it, it doesn't really exist. This is changing by the evidence by the growing number of technology vendors here today at this conference, bringing their solutions from other markets into our industry. I'm also excited to see more energy companies partnering with technology vendors so that everyone can benefit. But you didn't come here today just to learn about machine learning or network with others over drinks. You came here because at the very moment, the world is undergoing a dramatic shift, which is being called the energy transition. This change is upending how our industry operates and the way in which we interact with the larger world. This is why you gave up a day from your schedule to join us and to be here, and that's why I'm here today chairing the conference. It's fascinating. I talked to a lot of people in other verticals about what they thought of the energy transition. The answers varied quite widely. Some people said, I don't really know, and others who thought they knew what the term meant referenced electric cars or solar or wind energy. Not one person mentioned the exciting role that energy companies are playing as we move to a more diversified, lower carbon mix. No one seemed to realize even that we're very active in other forms of energy as well. While the transition does mean a more different, diversified energy mix, it doesn't mean the elimination of hydrocarbons. It just means they'll be used in a very different manner. While some media outlets and politicians appear eager to announce the death of our industry, I'm here to say that we will continue to exist far into the future. For those in the upstream sector, we've drilled a lot of wells since the discovery of oil. We've learned how to extract hydrocarbons in places no one thought possible. We can extract other materials as well, such as hydrates or metals on the seafloor. And in addition to extracting material, we're already hard at work creating different ways and more efficient ways to store carbon underground. There's a large potential in geothermal energy, and our experience in drilling wells makes us the logical choice for expanding in that area. For those who work in the pipeline industry transporting energy, opportunity awaits us as we integrate the transportation of hydrogen or ammonia into our pipelines. Everyone here knows that transporting different materials in these thousands of miles of pipelines means changing the design parameters in order to safely and efficiently transport those materials. I don't really know exactly what the refinery or chemical plant of the future will look like, but I do know that there will always be value in breaking down long chains of hydrocarbons or molecules, distilling them, and then reassembling into different materials. We've met the demand for lighter, more durable, and less reactive materials in the form of plastic. The next challenge we're working on is how to adapt those so they have the same properties but break down at a much faster rate. The underlying challenge facing us today with respect to the energy transition does not only have to do with those specific materials to meet the demand. Oil and gas are simply the arenas we've used to develop the skills and technology to provide what was necessary for the growth and progress. We are the ones who can extract, transport, and store the carbon in the markets. As the saying goes, it's a hard job, but someone's got to do it, and that someone is you and me. That's why we're all here today. Yes, we want to learn the latest on machine learning and artificial intelligence. We want to see all the fascinating technology developments showcased out in the exhibit area. We want to meet up with our friends and contacts in the industry to find out more about the latest industry developments. But there's something more. We're here today because we're part of a transformation that's going on right now at a pace that's continuing to accelerate. We're here today because we're interested in using new tools and approaches like artificial intelligence to meet the challenges we face. We're also here because we believe not only is it possible, but it's necessary and important that we get through this. Everyone here today and listening remotely has embraced the fact that we're the ones able to meet that challenge. That's why we've sacrificed the past few days on the projects we're working on to be here and invest our time in learning this. So I'm here today on the last day of the conference asking you to do more than just watch the individual presentations on machine learning. I'm asking you to see the presentations from a different view, a perspective that includes yourself and how the industry is adapting. I want you to see the creative vision each of these speakers had as they took on the challenges they face. I want you to feel the nervousness they had to overcome when they decided to tackle their problems using a different approach, especially within an industry that's conservative by nature. I want you to experience the excitement they felt as they discovered the new possibilities and how this technology could be used. Everyone who walks on the stage today has been able to tap into their years of experience during the design, construction, and operations phase, see the patterns they have, see the problems, and then have the vision to unleash the power of machine learning on those problems. They've been able to continue pursuing their dream and continue in spite of the setbacks every single one of them has faced. But it's not only the speakers who have this vision. Everyone here has this vision as well. I want to challenge you today to remember this vision and clarity and focus you had today at how these presentations relate to the challenges we face in the energy transition. The purpose of this introduction, my introduction here today, is not just to remind you what we've seen yesterday or we're going to see today, but it's to hold this message in your memory so the next time the chaos of work starts clouding, making you frustrated, wondering, why am I doing this job? You can recall this and remember the larger part you're playing in the transition. I'm so glad you're here and everyone's here today, and I'd like to welcome our first speaker to the stage. Our first speaker today is Apurva Gala. She's the Senior AI Solutions Researcher at Shell. She's with the Computational Digital and Science Innovation. She leads AI end-to-end machine learning solutions for the digitalization of workflows in upstream oil and gas. She's had various roles over the last 8 years as an algorithm developer, software architect, computer vision scientist, and team lead. She holds a PhD in computer science from the University of Houston, go Cougars, and a master's in electrical engineering from Texas A&M. Welcome to the stage.